this is celestite, or raw celestite. I'm looking into getting a celestite geode actually, or not geode, but like a celestite egg soon. It is a geode, but an egg would be the term. So that is the raw celestite. Then I have some angelite. So this is angelite. Raw angelite. Very beautiful crystal. It's a raw angelite. I think it's just absolutely gorgeous. I feel very connected to it as well. I think it's just a beautiful crystal to have. And then I have some raw blue lace agate. I do not have a larger piece of this, but I am definitely getting one. It's very expensive, very rare, but very beautiful at the same time. Woo! Look at that banding! That banding is just incredible. I mean, you can't find it anywhere else like this. They're so unique and just so incredible. So that's my blue lace agate. Then we have some raw chrysocolla. So this is chrysocolla, which I have in a necklace. This is my necklace. It has chrysocolla and malachite in it together. And then this is just raw chrysocolla. So this is the raw chrysocolla that I was talking about. Very beautiful as well. Much more of like a Caribbean blue coloring. And then, oh, my dad put a shell in here. I think that's all my blue crystals. Oh, I have some blue tiger's eye, also known as hawk's eye. So this is blue tiger's eye, which you need to see the, yeah, there you go. That is what it makes it so beautiful, is that coloring. Look at that. That, like, the way that it shines is just so unique and so beautiful. So yeah, that is my blue tiger's eye or hawk's eye stone. I think that's all my blue crystals, if I'm covering them correctly. If I miss one, I am deeply, deeply sorry. There's a lot in this little collection right here, and it's hard to keep up with sometimes, but yeah, that's all my blue crystals. We'll move on to the pink. I don't know why I organized pink before purple and didn't put pink by orange or red, but, you know, again, my brain has been scrambled lately. I've just been... Okay, if you heard that, that was a very loud, I think, Muscovy duck that's up here, but, whew, decompression. The first pink crystal that I will show is my rose quartz, because I have a couple of pieces. So this is my rose quartz tower. Oh crap, I forgot. Okay, after my rose quartz, I'll show another one. So this is my rose quartz. Beautiful tower, the banding, the inclusions, the way it's see-through in some areas but also milky in others. Just gorgeous tower. Then I have a couple pieces of raw rose quartz. So this is raw. This is a big chunk of raw. What is on my crystal? Something got on it. I do not know what got on my crystal, but I'm gonna have to figure that out later. That's okay. This is raw rose quartz. Big old chunk of raw rose quartz. Beautiful. And then we have a little chunk of raw rose quartz, which is right here. So very easy to take with me when I'm traveling. Great to have in the car or in my purse. My rose quartz. And then we have some strawberry quartz. This is sometimes confused with some darker shades of rose quartz, but this is strawberry quartz. It is not rose quartz. You can see all those little inclusions. Beautiful crystal. It's very, very comforting for me, at least. Strawberry quartz makes me feel very at peace with my inner child. That's how I have felt connected to it in the past. Okay, and then we have some pink opal. So this is some pink opal tower. It's very pigmented rather than opalite, which is very see-through, very rainbowy, very reflective. This is just a straight, dense pink opal. So yeah, I have that crystal. Then I showed you my sunstone. I have a hematoid or fire quartz palm stone. People very often mistake this with rose quartz. They're like, oh, what a beautiful rose quartz palm stone. And I'm like, sorry to sound like that person, but it's not rose quartz, it's actually fire quartz. From this side, it looks like a rose quartz palm stone, but on this side, you can see the fire in it. So that's the fire hematoid palm stone. This is very passionate, very intuitive, great for mental stimulation, and really helps me when I'm unmotivated and I need some motivation to just kickstart me. That fire, that punch inside this crystal is incredible. So that's my fire quartz. Then we have cherry blossom agate or flower agate, whichever way you like to say it. I think I've heard from the place that I'm working, they call it cherry blossom agate, whereas some other shops that I've shopped from call it flower agate. So it just depends on your perception. This is my flower agate egg. It's shaped in an egg form, but it could be a palm stone if you are sitting right, so it doesn't roll off of you. Need to sit closer to the camera. There we go. It's just, I can't get enough of flower agate. I can't. I feel like, honestly, I could have a million pieces and it could never be enough because they're just so unique. I mean, every crystal's unique, but they're so... So here's my flower agate heart. Oop. That just says cherry blossom agate on the back, just for your information. But this is, I got this from where I work, or where I'm starting to work on Friday. So it has some druzy pockets on this one, some banding. You can see like that line at the bottom right here that goes... which is beautiful. So this is a flower agate heart. Definitely I'm looking for more pieces. And then we have my spirit quartz. I think that's it for my pinkish ones. And then we'll move on to purple. So this is my spirit quartz. Also extremely beautiful little cluster. I'm very afraid of wasps, if you didn't already know that. I guess you can obviously tell now. So, yeah, this is my spirit quartz. What? Oh, cute. This is my spirit quartz. I've said that 3 times now. Yeah, beautiful, beautiful crystal. Extremely beautiful, extremely expensive, but very, very, very great to have. Okay, now I'm going to my purple crystals. So, I guess we'll start with amethyst, although I would love to do them last. Maybe I'll do some other purpley crystals first. Let's do... This is called spherulite, so this is more of a rare crystal, but this is spherulite. Oh wait, I missed one. I forgot to do a green one. I'll do my green one first. I forgot to put this in earlier. This is my Californian mariposite. So this is some mariposite. I forgot this one because I was looking at it and I was trying to remember the name, and then I was like, wait. I was focusing so hard on remembering the name of it that I forgot to put it in. Told you I'm tired. Okay, anyways, mariposite. Not just because of the name, but for me personally, I feel like it very connects me to like fairy energy, like the fae. The church bells are going off. I don't know if you heard that, but there's some church bells across the way that have been in the Salmon Islands for hundreds of years, and they're going off. But anyways, back to what I was saying. Yeah, there they go. They're so beautiful. It just represents like the history of the island. I think they're gonna play like a song from the church soon. Not that I love churches or anything, but this one is particularly very open-minded and accepting, and it has been here for so long that it really just represents the entire Roach Harbor in general. So, moving back to what I was saying, that was my spherulite. Oh, that was my mariposite. They're doing more bills right now. So if you hear that in the background, I hope that that's not distracting, but maybe it's kind of like a nice background noise. I then have my Lepidolite. I just got this crystal because I actually broke my Lepidolite point on accident. It fell and it broke in half and it was terrible. But I'm going to put it in my plants instead. I think that's actually going to be a better way of keeping it and using it for energy for a while longer. So this is my Lepidolite, half polished, half raw point. Very beautiful. And then I think we'll move on to my amethyst. I think the only other purple crystal I have is amethyst. So we'll start, oh no it isn't, I have a Super 7 point. This has, I'm gonna look it up real quickly. So Super 7 has amethyst, clear quartz, smoky quartz, caucoxanite, rutile, geothite, and lepidocrocite. So it has 7 different crystals, and it is called the Melody Stone. So this is a very rare, very special stone. I used to have a necklace with it on it, so I love it very much. You can see all the different parts inside of it. You can see the amethyst, you can see the smoky, I think you can see the smoky quartz particularly at the bottom. can see right there. And then, yeah, beautiful, beautiful crystal. I love it beyond belief. Can you hear those songs that are playing? They're so beautiful. There's some background noise going on right now, but if you can hear the songs, enjoy, I guess, if you can focus on that. I hope it's not too distracting. Okay, so the amethyst. So I'll start with my smallest amethyst and work my way up. So the first smallest amethyst I have is my dogtooth amethyst. I have some raw pieces of amethyst at home that are much smaller, but I did not bring them with me because it would take too long to show every single crystal. This is not my entire collection. This is like the majority, but I have like some smaller unpolished and polished stones that are just repetitives of these. So I don't have any crystals at home that I didn't already show here, if that makes sense. This is my dogtooth amethyst. So that has that banding, that white in the center with the red and the purple, I mean not red, purple. I think it's kind of nice, the songs. I think it's like a natural music to put to these videos. So yeah, I'm not gonna add any other music in the bottom, but yeah. For dogtooth, then we have this. So this one is a Brazilian amethyst. This one's Brazilian. I only have one piece of Uruguayan. Actually, I have 2 pieces of Uruguayan amethyst and 3 pieces of Brazilian. So this is a Brazilian amethyst. That's Brazilian. And then we have this piece of Brazilian amethyst, which is, okay, well I guess if we're going by size, we're gonna be a little bit mixed up, but this is Brazilian as well. It's a little bit lighter, but it's still Brazilian. Which I think is just beautiful. It's absolutely spectacular to me, at least. And then we have my last piece of Brazilian, which is my largest amethyst that I have. Ooh, kind of hard to hold. Let me scoot my body. So this is my large piece of Brazilian amethyst. Compared to my head, it's a pretty large crystal. Actually, moving on. This is my amethyst, my Brazilian amethyst. I got this at a fair. They had underpriced it because they didn't know the full history and prices of amethyst, but it was a great deal. I'll just say that. I love the sides. I don't think people show the sides of amethyst enough. Like, look at that banding. Like, I don't think people understand that the sides of amethyst are actually very special because this is where the raw meets the geode, so. Yeah. The last piece of Brazilian amethyst, then we have Uruguayan amethyst. So this is my smallest piece of Uruguayan amethyst. You can see it's much lighter, more bubbly almost. And then we have my most recent collection, or addition to the collection of amethyst, which is this Uruguayan amethyst that just stole my breath away when I saw it. I mean, look at that. Look at that. I mean, it's just, and you can see like the back right here where the banding usually is. It's so polished. It's just, it's so beautiful. It's just beautiful. Ugh, I love it so much. It's my most recent addition of amethyst. Then we'll go, I think that's all my purple crystals. We'll move on to my kind of gray, gold, black ones. We'll start with, let's do Tiger's Eye. We'll start with Tiger's Eye. So this is my Tiger's Eye point, which is also extremely beautiful in the sunlight. You can see that shine. Look at that. Yeah, it's pretty dang fantabulous, if I have to say so myself. I have 2 pieces of raw Tiger's Eye. I wanted to do a shout out to those because people think that they look just so drab and bleary, but I think that Tiger's Eye raw is beautiful, honestly, to me at least. So this is my 2 pieces of raw tiger's eye. You can still see that, the way that it shines right here on this side. So yeah, my 2 pieces of raw tiger's eye. And then we have my smoky quartz. I'll start with my raw piece of smoky quartz. This is a raw piece of smoky quartz. And then we have my smoky quartz tower, which is much lighter and much more visible to see through. Has a lot more inclusions. You can see more of like an orange part at the top right here. My smoky quartz. And then we have, let's do rainbow moonstone next. It has more black in it, but I didn't include it in the white one, which was my mistake. This is rainbow moonstone. People think, oh, you know, it's not rainbow, but it is if you have it in certain lighting with the moonstone in the center. It's also just a beautiful freeform in itself. One of my first crystals I got this after I got my rainbow fluorite tower, after I got my satin spiral. I got this a few crystals ago, but still beautiful. Then we have, this is called demortrite. So this is demortrite. I'm saying you can see the glitter already. Oh my gosh, when it's not even focused, you can see the glitter. The way it glitters and shines. It's gorgeous. It's a gorgeous palm stone. One of my newer additions to the collection for sure, so I don't know everything on it yet, but it is one of my favorites so far that I have. Oh, this is another piece of raw smoky quartz. I think it is. This is another piece of raw. No, this is zebra jasper. This is a piece of raw zebra jasper. I could tell because of the white banding. It has a smoky quartz composition in the parts where it's more see-through and clear, but the white banding definitely gives it away to be zebra jasper because it's so pigmented, whereas with smoky quartz it's more of like a silvery touch. This is definitely very pigmented and beautiful. That's my zebra jasper. And then we have my Dalmatian jasper, which people often think is kiwi jasper, like I shared earlier. This is my smaller little Dalmatian jasper point. Oop. And then we have my black moonstone. This is black moonstone. A very beautiful crystal. I wish it was larger, but obviously all crystals have the same properties, no matter how large they are. Look at that shine. That's that moonstone shine for sure. And then we have some what people call indigo gabbro, or mystic merlinite. So this is a mystic merlinite palm stone. Much darker, but it has some of those like inclusions, those silvery inclusions that you can see. It's funny, I love honeybees and bumblebees, but wasps I have a problem with wasps. That's just me, but yeah. So if you see me jumping up and down because a wasp is here, that's why. Because a wasp is here. And then we have my last, I think this is my last palm stone. This is, let me check, make sure I'm not missing anything. Yeah, this is my Larvikite palm stone. I also have a Larvikite tower, but this is my Larvikite palm stone. You can see that shine. It's a gorgeous little palm stone. Then we have my Larvikite tower. You can see those little silvery shines are just beautiful. Silver and crystals is just beyond. I mean, the way it just glitters and glimmers is just incredible. I feel very connected to the light work when I use those because the reflections are so powerful. I really do feel those in my soul and spirit. Of course, if you do not feel connections to crystals in that way, that's totally fine. That is your connections and those are valid, but please do not like disrespect me and say that, well, I don't feel something just because you don't. Obviously, you're not in my perception. You're not in my shoes or my body or my soul, and I have my own connections that I believe in, that I am connected to, and so I would never disrespect yours. So when you're watching this video and you're gotten to this point where I'm almost done with this crystal collection tour, I wanted to put that out there that, first of all, I'm not trying to brag or show off or anything, and if you feel like that, just know that's not my intention at all. This was just a requested video. And then also just feel that when I talk about my crystals and I feel these connections and that they help me in meditation or spiritual practices, it's because I've gone through a lot of grief and I've gone through a lot in my life, and these have gotten me through a lot, and they're also just incredibly amazing. Science has proved that they have vibrational frequencies that are healing, and so they do have scientific evidence behind them, although there are a lot of arguments and debates. And I just don't want this to be a negative space where people are judging others for their beliefs or their practices, because crystals are magical in that sense, and if you still have that childlike sense of magic, then you've discovered a part of yourself that usually is taken away by society. You know, you grow up and you lose that sense of magic. You know, rocks are not fun to collect anymore, and you don't believe in fairies and fun things, and I think that you can still believe in things that are magical as long as you have that grounding sense to what ancestors used. You know, Native Americans, Native Incas in Peru, they used crystals in their acoustic walls of their homes in Machu Picchu, and that was to heal and to connect and to bring abundance to their crops. And so when you look at history and you look at different cultures, just remember that just because your beliefs are different than someone else's doesn't mean that those other people's beliefs are wrong per se. They're just different. So yeah, I wanted to put that in there. Important to me, if you are watching this and you appreciate who I am and my journey, then you'll appreciate that. And if you're not, this probably isn't the space for you. The next crystal that I'll show is my chocolate calcite. It is a brown crystal, so this is my chocolate calcite. Just a beautiful crystal. I want to get a larger piece of chocolate calcite because I love the banding and the different shades of brown. Brown and green are my favorite colors in the entire world. I love that they represent nature in that way. I mean, I love all colors equally. Obviously, you know, nature represents all of them, but chocolate calcite it's just incredible. Makes you want to eat it. That's my chocolate calcite. And then we have my Labradorite. I think Labradorite's the last one other than Obsidian. So this is my Labradorite point. It's a shorter point, not very big, but it's still beautiful. It has those little inclusions that are shiny. On this side you can see more of like the shine. Not a very flashy piece of Labradorite, but still absolutely incredible. I think I love the way it looks, no matter if it has a flash or not, which they call it flash, but I mean it just depends when you look at it. And then we'll move on to my newest addition, my cherished edition, that I honestly feel is just, you'll see in a second. I'm gonna put a special clip of this in the sun for reasons. This is the back. I'll show the back first. So you can see the way that it lights up. Those little spots just light up. And this is the front. So let me just take you on this little journey of Labradorite. That flash, like, oh my goodness. Do you see that? Oh, look at that flash. Yeah. Yep. That is why I think Labradorite has to be my favorite crystal, though I don't have a favorite. The flash of Labradorite, when it is just that flashy piece, is just beyond beautiful to me. I think it is so beautiful. That sun is bright, huh? Anyways, yeah, beautiful crystal, absolutely love it. And then my last crystals that I have in my I keep bumping it. My collection is my Obsidian. So this is my Obsidian. Also kind of hard to see because of the sun, but this is a small Obsidian, half polished, half raw point. My Obsidian. Then we have my largest tower that I own, which is an Obsidian point. It is 8 inches tall. Get rid of my face. It's a large crystal. It's a beautiful crystal. Obsidian is so protective. I love having it, you know, face towards me so the energy just goes right into my spirit and soul. Yeah, this is my Obsidian. So that, I'm going to check my crystals one more time. Let me give you a quick overview if you can see from here. Which, my Labradorite, it's over there, and there's my selenite, or my satin spar, and there's my Obsidian. But here's my crystals. All lined up. My citrines. So yeah, I definitely will do, I'm gonna put this camera over here. I'll definitely do an updated crystal collection tour when the time comes. I am actively searching for more crystals to add to the collection, so there will definitely be an updated tour coming soon. In that tour, I'm going to be doing mostly the crystals that I got in my newer purchases. I'm not going to be covering my entire collection again, so if you see a crystal collection part 2 or an updated crystal collection, make sure to watch this one first. Obviously if you're here, then you're watching this one, but if you are new and you are watching the new one, welcome to my channel. Thank you for being here. I really appreciate you. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you enjoyed all my crystals. I have been waiting so long to do this tour, and I'm so glad that I finally got it done. The lighting prevailed, the clouds passed. It was meant to be. Yeah, thank you for coming to this video. Thank you for watching. I appreciate you, and I will see you in the next one.